This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:52, time to get ready to take on your Wednesday midweek in the morning sprints.
Sydney Charles is breaking down an announcement from Nikki Haley following Super Tuesday.
Allison Martinez in for Mark talking about cold temps to start our morning.
But let's go right over to breaking news. The man accused of crashing into a Washington State Patrol cruiser, killing a 27-year-old trooper early Saturday morning in Snohomish County, is a Mexican citizen in the country illegally. According to charging documents, 33-year-old Raul Benitez Santana admitted to drinking 2 beers and smoking marijuana that night. Santana's arrest comes amid a reinvigorated national debate over immigration policies. He's being held in the Snohomish County Jail on a $1 million bond.
Today we hope to learn more about the cause of a deadly house fire in Indian Trail and the identity of the victim. A neighbor sent us these pictures. The fire started before 6:30 last night in a garage on West Elmhurst Avenue near the Oaks Fresh Market. Firefighters were on scene within 4 minutes, finding heavy fire in the garage and in the back of the house. Officials confirming one person died, but firefighters could not determine the age or gender of that victim and didn't find anyone else. Fire investigators say they hope to learn more from neighbors and witnesses and want to find out why the fire spread extensively despite a quick response from firefighters.
A hit-and-run crash on I-90 and Division blocked traffic right in the middle of the evening commute last night. Washington State Patrol says a Ford Explorer driven by 43-year-old Tim Vopolensky swerved into another vehicle, causing a 3-car crash. Vopolensky fled the scene, and the driver of one of the other cars was injured and transported to the hospital. Vopolensky was eventually arrested and charged with driving under the influence and a felony hit-and-run.
Today we're enjoying some sunshine during the day and some cooler temperatures, but as we approach the weekend, things will take a significant turn. Saturday will have a high of 46 degrees and Sunday will have a high of 47 degrees. Now starting on Saturday, we'll see a little bit of a wintry mix. We'll see rain and some breezy winds during the day and some mountain snow. Sunday we'll see rain all through the day as well, and these conditions are going to continue into the next week. Now as we look forward, you can see our temperatures are going to stay right in that warmer range. We'll trend a little bit warmer as we look to the future, and we'll also see some drier weather.
Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley will announce today that she is exiting the presidential race. She's expected to make that announcement in just a few minutes here. It comes in the wake of a slew of Super Tuesday losses, leaving Donald Trump as the last major GOP presidential candidate. Now, the picture of the presidential race has become clearer. President Biden and Trump are the overwhelming favorites to face each other in November's election. Biden and Trump dominating Super Tuesday races across the country, securing delegates with notable victories in Texas and California. Trump winning by large margins in all states except for Vermont, where Haley walked away with her first state of the primary season.
Now, Super Tuesday isn't just about the presidency. One key race is taking shape for a contested California Senate seat. Democrat Representative Adam Schiff and Republican Steve Garvey have advanced to the general election. The open primary, a competition to fill the remainder of the late Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein's term, and another for a full 6-year term beginning in January. In an open primary, all candidates run on the same ballot. Democrats outnumber Republicans 2-1 in California, so the state is heavily favored to stay blue in November.
The 3 teenagers involved in the police chase near Gonzaga and a woman's death have pleaded not guilty to multiple charges. Christopher Gamaka, Devin McEwen, and Caden Willoughby pleaded not guilty to 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder with the alternative of first-degree assault and first-degree conspiracy to commit robbery. According to court documents, the 3 18-year-olds tried to rob a man in February. They became suspicious of him. After driving off, the victim followed, and Willoughby and the woman shot at that man from the car. Once police became involved, court documents reveal the woman shot herself in the head to avoid going to jail. The teenagers are scheduled for trial April 29th.
Spokane police arrested 2 people in 2 different cars for driving under the influence. Those drivers, a husband and wife. Just after midnight Sunday, Spokane police stopped a car for speeding before it turned the wrong way down a one-way street in downtown Spokane. Officers arrested 33-year-old Dallin Carpenter for a DUI. Now, during the stop, police say another car pulled up to the scene, driven by Dallin's wife, Hannah Carpenter. As Hannah left her vehicle and approached the police, officers noticed she was impaired as well and arrested her too.
Limits on police pursuits in Washington are rolling back in 3 months. Washington lawmakers passed a new law that allows an officer to conduct a vehicle pursuit where there is reasonable suspicion a person has violated the law or the person poses a threat to the safety of others. This follows years of restrictions on the threshold for evidence required for a police pursuit. The law goes into effect in June.
The Department of Veteran Affairs says millions of U.S. veterans are eligible for VA health care right now, in the largest expansion of eligibility in generations. The VA accelerated the timeline for the PACT Act that became law in August of 2022. Now, all veterans exposed to toxins and other hazards while serving overseas or at home can apply for benefits now. The major changes and expansion to VA health care benefits began yesterday. The VA wants you to apply as soon as possible.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, a look at what could be the future of air travel. Self-security check without the TSA agents. ABC's Gio Benitez is breaking down how the system works on GMA.